Well, hello there. This is CJ Ferry and Spindle City Commentary. Really trying hard to get my co-host to do a couple of commentary episodes, but it's not as easy as I'd like it to be. Today I want to talk about snow removal, not snow plowing, snow removal. Last night at the South End Neighborhood Association meeting, the mayor made an appearance to the chagrin of many who honestly hadn't seen or heard anything from him, and he hadn't returned any phone calls, which again we have to ask ourselves, is that what we want from our mayor, or is this how it's going to be? So one of the things that kind of gets us is the fact that he spoke on several issues without speaking on any issues. And he actually called me out and said that I was in error or wrong on my statement about the snow removal process that I had spoken about at the city council meeting. And that's okay. I don't mind being called out and being told that I'm mistaken or anything else for that matter. It just gets to be very difficult sometimes for people to understand exactly where we're going. But snow removal is more cost effective, and you can do it in several ways. The problem we have, where a lot of money has been wasted just in this snow removal plan or snow plowing plan, was the fact that we hire a lot of pickup trucks with a blade on them, and they get stuck and they can't keep up with the snow, but we're paying them. The other problem we had in this was that there were people who were following around these pickup trucks and these private vendor plowing because they had to be sure they were doing their job. Well, the problem we have with that too is we have to pay those people as well. So we're layering cost after cost after cost. So these are things that we need to look at. Now in snow removal, as I've spoken about before over the past 10 years or so, you have your parking ban in effect like we do now, and that side of the street the snow is removed. They use a large snowblower type device, and they blow the snow into a dump truck, which then hauls it off to a city park or an area of open land where they can put it down. We don't do that, but we do it downtown. We do it downtown. Why we do it downtown, I don't know, because the area that it's for is the courthouse, and they don't pay taxes. So people who pay taxes have to go without. And that's okay. We accept what we have to accept, I guess, in Fall River. But some issues that were brought up, which I think are poignant and very key in Fall River's problem. Number one, Fall River does not own any snowplows, blades, or equipment for snow removal. Isn't that amazing? Or for snow plowing, for that matter. Isn't that amazing? So what do we have to do? We have to private contract everything out. Again, another cost on top of another cost. We don't do this. We can't do this. Granted, we cannot be bonding right and left for everything under the sun. But if we put into our budgets for upcoming years equipment acquisition to rebuild the necessary equipment Fall River needs, whether it be in the fire, the police, or in DCM, we would be better off. Our problem is that we don't do that. We don't factor into our budgets replacement costs, maintenance costs. I mean, look at a high school that's 40 years old, or not even 40 years old yet, and already is dilapidated to the point that we need to go back to the state and ask them for more money to build a new high school. Durfee High School was antiquated and useless before it even opened, because they went with the open classroom design, which was proven to be ineffective. Just like we've done with the elementary schools. We took all the elementary schools, which were very effective in teaching, and merged them into these megalithic schools, which were proven ineffective and were already off the shelves on the West Coast. But by the time it got here, we had already committed to them. Why? Because Fall River, as always, is 10 years behind the ball. And we can't have that. If we are to improve our economic development, if we are to improve our life, if we are to improve our lifestyle and our income levels in the city of Fall River, then we have to improve our educational level, we have to improve our services, and we have to improve even our snow removal. Snow removal is very important because it pertains to safety. Now, the mayor said in his statement at the South End Neighborhood Association meeting that he had heard of no complaints about DCM's handling of the snow plowing and making the streets available for emergency vehicles. Well, obviously, Mr. Mayor, you didn't listen to the police scanner calls where EMS was calling dispatch to call DPW or DCM to come and plow out so they could get to the victims that they had to get to who were in health crisis. That is not acceptable emergency management. And for the mayor to turn around and say that we've compared our response to that of sister cities like Woonsocket and Cranston and Providence and New Bedford, we've done better than they have. I told the mayor yesterday, and I'll say it again now, appearance becomes reality. And the appearance to the people of Fall River, en masse, was a poor handling of this snowstorm. And with more snow coming this weekend, and it looks like a 3 or 4 day batch of it, although it's in small amounts throughout, although the weatherman keeps changing, because God knows we got to keep doing that to keep the ratings up. We have to be able to say very clearly, this is what we need. We have to be ready to move forward immediately. And when you get back-to-back storms, how come in Fall River we can't handle it? But in New Hampshire, in Maine, in Chicago, in Minneapolis, in Burnsville, Minnesota, in Waukegan, how come they can handle it? How come they can get back-to-back snowstorms and the roads stay clear, the sidewalks are clear, and they don't have a problem? What are they doing right that Fall River refuses to do? Not can't do. There is no such thing as can't do. If a system is working somewhere else, we need to bring it here to make it work here. These are cost-effective systems that work everywhere else. And the excuse from DCM, from Ken Pacheco, is that the vendors won't invest in the equipment. The vendors will invest in the equipment because if they want to make money, they'll have the equipment. But we should not be dependent on catering to Bizco Construction or anyone else to do the plowing. We should be committed to handling our own problems ourselves in-house. Yes, it costs a little money. Yes, it means we have to maybe cinch our belt up another notch and make it happen. But you know what? That is what will make Fall River better. That will make Fall River attractive to businesses because they'll say, well, we can put a restaurant there because by the end of the day, after a major snowstorm, people will be able to get to our restaurant and spend money. Not, well, we can't get there for 3 days, so we're going to run an empty restaurant. Everything affects economic development. This more than anything else. So think about it for a second and, let us know what you think because we want to know. And thanks a lot for watching, and please continue to watch the show and let us know what you think. Thanks a lot.